Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of This Week on iRacing. We're into week 2 of season 1 2026 and we're starting off with quite a scary combo indeed. Imsa, open, fixed and the 6 hour is going to Sebring this week, boys and girls, but the scary part of that is the open has a 48% chance of rain, and as you can see on your screens right now, it's pretty chaotic. You are completely blind in some of these conditions. It's pretty bad out here, and that is because the in-game time for the start of the race is at 5:35 p.m. Now, of course, if you're doing the fixed or the 6 hour, you don't have to worry about the rain because there's no chance of rain at all. But in the open, the 48% chance of rain really does throw a spanner in the works. It wouldn't be too bad in my opinion if it was just single class, but because this of course is Imsa and it's multi-class, it is going to be so chaotic. Now, I love these kind of combos. Unfortunately, participation levels do drop a bit when there is a bit of rain, I have to say, especially if it is as bad as what it's simulated at the moment. But I still had fun going around the track regardless in these conditions. So we'll see what this week is like. But yeah, it was pretty treacherous out there, I've got to say. I was completely blind down some of the straights, and going into sunset and stuff was pretty ruddy scary. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it's going to transition in tonight, so if you're doing the 6 hour, it will kind of start near sunset time, and you will be driving into the darkness as I kill an innocent AI drive there. But yeah, that's Imsa for week 2 of season 1 2026. Let's have a look and see what the Porsche Cup is doing this week. All right, let's talk about the Porsche Cup then. Ever since they introduced the Porsche Cup, the updated version with the ABS and TC, the participation levels have gone through the roof. The first week at Miami, I wasn't expecting it to be that strong, but it was so popular. It was great to see. Great to see. Now, this week could be even more popular. I think this will be the most popular series of this week on iRacing by far. The new Porsche Cup cars are going to Spa. New car, Spa, which everybody has and pretty much everybody enjoys. That combination, you're going to see some scary good softs, really good participation levels as well. Now, I think you'll see lots of open. The fixed might drop a little bit because there is a 30% chance of rain. In-game start time is at 12 p.m. No, we're not doing a bike layout like we have been doing for the last week or so in a few other series. We're doing the normal Spa GP layout. But like I said, 30% chance of rain in the fixed. In-game start time is at 12 p.m. Track temperatures is dependent on the rain, but if you have no rain, I'm seeing about mid to low 20 degrees Celsius. Same for Sebring as well. If there is no rain, you kind of get mid to low 20 degrees Celsius in the sim. But yeah, not too much to say on this one. Porsche Cup cars at Spa, just enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, if you're looking for really high softs, you're looking to learn the new Porsche Cup, this might be the week to do it because the participation levels are going to be through the roof. All right, next up, let's talk about the GT Freeze then. Let's talk about the GT Sprint, Fixed, and the Endurance Series. Now, all of those are heading to Imola this week, and they're all starting at sunset. 6 p.m. is the in-game start time, so you will be racing at night for this one, boys and girls. Now, one thing to worry about, again, I suppose, if you are someone that is, worried about rain, there is a chance of rain in the endurance. So in the 3 hour race, there is a 26% chance of rain. You don't have to worry about it in the open and fixed, of course, but in the 3 hour at the weekend, there is a 26% chance of rain. What I'm noticing so far this week is all the series I've covered so far, they do have a chance of rain this week. So bring your wellies, bring your umbrellas, and keep an eye on the sky because there is a chance of rain in some of the more popular series this week. But yeah, 6 p.m. in-game start time. Nothing too much to shout about here as well. I'm not sure about the participation levels. I think the Porsche Cup might be the most popular series this week. I think that's where the majority of people are going to head. Of course, it is GT Freeze, though, so, you know, it's still not exactly going to be low in popularity. I don't know what participation levels are going to be like for this one, especially for the 3 hour at the weekend, where you have that chance of rain, and you've got 6 hours of Sebring. So I'm not really sure what those participation levels will be like. But Imola, it's a half-decent track. GT Freeze should be all right. No complaints from me on this one. Especially racing at night as well. Nice to mix up a little bit with the in-game start time being a little bit later than usual. So, yeah, Not bad. Okay, next up, let's talk about the LMP3s and GT4, shall we? So we've got the Falcon Sports Car Challenge, the GT4 fixed, and the LMP3 fixed. Now, again, rain. There is rain once again. It's a very wet week this week. So if you don't like the rain, this might not be the week for you. I'll be completely honest with you. Now, with the chance of rain, you only have to worry about it in one series. And I believe that is the GT4 series with a 33% chance of rain. So for the LMP3 series and the Falcon Sports Car Challenge, you won't have to worry about that at all. Now, the track that you will be going to this week is the Nurburgring GP circuit, but not the one with the awful chicane at the end. It's the fast flowing chicane. So again, not something you have to particularly worry about. I think this is the much preferred layout. If you were to ask people of the sim racing community, I think they'd much rather this layout than the tighter, kind of, I'd say awful chicane really before the end of the lap. Kind of ruins the flow if you ask me. So yeah, much prefer this layout. I'm glad they are doing it. But participation levels for this should be pretty good. Should be pretty decent. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the GT4s. Again, rain always lowers participation levels, but Falcon Sports Car Challenge is up there with one of the best series on iRacing at the moment. LMP3 is a lot of fun, and GT4s just go from strength to strength. So I can only see this week going well. And lots of people have this circuit because, of course, lots of people buy this so they can participate in Nurburgring 24 Hour as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much the LMP3s and GT4s covered for this week. Track temperature will be low as well, so you don't need to worry about that. Every time I've loaded it, it's been like 19 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, so yeah, nothing to worry about there. Anyways, let's move on, shall we, and have a broader look at some of the other series and what they offer for week 2 of season 1. All right, this is the part of the video where we have a broader look at some of the other series and what exactly they are doing for this week on iRacing. So let's have a little look, shall we? So M2 Cup now, they are going to go to Motorsport Arena next week. Well, for this week on iRacing, of course. The GR86s, which, since they have been updated, I think they are far, far better now. They're going to go to Adelaide. That'll be quite funky to see how they get on around there, actually. TCRs, you are off to the Nurburgring GP circuit. Again, the one with the faster chicane layouts. The GT3 regional tours, Asia, you're going to go to Suzuka. The Americas, you are going to go to Road Atlanta. Okay, very nice. Very nice. And where is Europe off to this week? Going to go to Silverstone. Okay, not too shabby. I imagine the Atlanta one is going to be quite popular indeed. Now, Ringmeister, again, one of those very popular series, has GT4s this week. So, yeah, participation levels should be very, very good for that indeed. Next week is going to be the Lotus 79. So that could be fun. That could be fun indeed. Imsa Vintage Series, you are going to go to Autodromo, Jose Carlos Pesa. I hope I pronounced that right. Brazilian Grand Prix. GTEs, still popular. Watkins Glen International Boot layout for you GTE lovers out there. The 296 Challenge. That's going to Adelaide this week. I wonder how they're going to go. They'll go so quick down the back straights. It's crazy. Advanced Mazdas, you are off to Okayama this week. Okayama. Now, the supercars, I didn't cover this last week, and I should have done, really, because they went to Adelaide. This week, they're going to the Shell V-Power Motorsport Park, i.e. The Bend. So, yeah, Australian Series going to Australian tracks this week. Very much so indeed. Production Car Challenge, you are going to go to Miami. The extended MIA loop. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Ooh, okay, so, right. So it is the shortened layout. Interesting. I wonder how that will go down. I've never seen that layout in action, so that'll be interesting to see. Where are we going for the Global Challenge? You are off to Detroit for this week. And, yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, we got the Proto GT, actually. Let's have a quick look at the Proto GT. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So you're going to go to the Mexican Grand Prix. Good luck to everybody taking part in that. I still despise that track. Now, let's have a look at the Formula Car stuff, shall we? Let's have a little look. We'll start off with the Indy Next Series. That's going to go to Okayama this week. we'll do the F4 Regional, shall we? Americas, going to go to Miami. That is the Grand Prix later as well. Interested to see how quick they can go around there. The European Tour is going to go to the Nurburgring this week. What about the Asia Tour? That's going to go to Adelaide this week. Again, interesting to see how they handle that street circuit. The fixed series, that's going to go to Circuit of the Americas, so that's going to go to COTA. Now, let's have a quick look at the Super Formula Lights. They are going to go to Indianapolis this week. It is going to be the road course. And then let's have a quick look at the F3s as well. They are going to go to the Nurburgring Combined. Now, I did cover this in the video I made a couple of weeks ago about the best races for this season. And I've got to tell you, F3s at the Nurburgring are just fantastic, brilliant fun. So if you're looking for something to do this week that isn't too sweaty, just have some fun, give this combination a go, because I've raced F3s around here when the Ringmeister series went there with the F3 cars, and it was brilliant fun. Brilliant fun. So if you want to not do anything too sweaty, have a little bit more fun, I'd recommend giving that a go, because, yeah, I mean, superb. Really is. Right, let's have a look at the NASCAR stuff. The Truck Series, you're going to go to Talladega this week. Xfinity, you are going to Richmond. Then the fixed trucks as well. Still, I think was that Talladega actually. Yeah, Talladega there. And then I think the next gens, you are going to Rockingham this week. Rockingham. So yeah, let me know what you think of this week on iRacing. What you rate this week out of 10. Let me know in the comments any feedback. And of course, if there's anything you'd like to see done to these videos for improvement, do let me know, because I really do enjoy doing this series. And if you want this series to continue and basically grow, if there's any feedback you can give me, please do let me know in the comments, and I will try and improve these videos. Anyways, been Basic Ollie. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like on the way out. Do subscribe, as all the YouTubers say, but it does help us out. And I'll catch you boys and girls for the next one. Have a good one. Have a great week, and Merry Christmas. Ta-da.